We're getting close to the end. I think we're starting the last... We might be starting the last proper dungeon tonight. But I don't think so. I don't think we'll make it to the dungeon. We're doing all right on hearts. Mr. Jibbo, wait! What's up, buddy? What do you got for me? Greetings, Mr. Jibbo. I've come to deliver a letter. It's a letter from Renato. Lord Renato. And what could that be? You should just read the letter when you get it. About Ilias' memory? Oh, where did all of these come from? I didn't read any of these. Heroes come together. Alamart is finally opening. Magic armor. Well, we got that already. Barnes rare item. We kind of know about that as well. Agatha had a dream last night. Butterflies surrounded Agatha and lifted her up to the sky. As she waved to the people below in Castletown, she could see so many people, some waving back, others staring wide-eyed. Agatha flew in a big circle above Hyrule Field, and the butterflies formed into a bed beneath her and said, "Let's play again." Soon they faded away, and she woke up in her own bed. Oh, Agatha wants so badly to fly in the sky. Why did she send us this? It's nothing. That's funny. Oh, Yetta. I feel bad. You paid me a visit and I not much help? Oh. Feel better now. Husband and I sled lots now. I guess this was my way of knowing that there's a minigame up there. But we knew about it because we know the game. Yep. My sanctuary in Kakariko. Like that she was on the thumbnail? She had to be on one for sure. I love sled, I like the, Okay, let's business gym up. So if we get one more piece of heart, rather than a heart container, that should put us at 5 more full hearts. There's at least one more container. I think maybe 2. Quick question if anybody knows. Obviously the next dungeon has a heart container. Does the weird dungeon after that have one at the end? Because that would be 2. So there's either 15 heart pieces left or maybe 20. Or, 16 or 21. So we gotta figure out where some of the last ones are, but we'll pull it off. I can feel that he's gonna visit that store with the insane music. Ask and you shall receive. Ouch, get out of the way. Hey, how was everybody's Tuesday? Mine was... So here's the deal. Monday, yesterday, slowest day of work ever. It's a very slow week. For whatever reason. And today I was super busy. But not even like with work. I was in meetings all morning. Now the very first meeting of the day I called. Like I scheduled this. Because it was a topic I needed to talk to people about. But then I was in 2 other meetings. I was in meetings from 9:30 to like 11:30. And I didn't really start doing much work until after that. And it was basically lunchtime at that point. So really most of my work, for like most of the day, was from like 8:30 to 9:30. And then I like had like 3 or 4 hours of just listening / talking. Where the heck is... Okay. Literally just because we can. And when I came back from lunch and started doing work, I was like, it's only that time? Look at him go! I kind of want bombings, but I don't have a bag for them. What is this? What is blue potion? All of your hearts. Cool. We need that? Oh, I guess, no. I was thinking the soup did that, so I was like, what would the point of it be? But the soup doesn't. The soup is like 9 hearts? It's something weird like that. And I could go get some soup, but I don't know. Look at all these rupees I have. I don't think there's anything left to really spend them on. Anyways, yeah, they did that Tales of remaster. I was hoping... I mean, I knew it wouldn't be Abyss, so I wasn't, like, bummed or anything. But I would like Abyss to be next, please. You think Link ever walks out of Malamart and just under his breath goes, oh man, those people are freaks? No, I think he's into it. Yo, what's up, Kingo? No, actually, I haven't talked about Air Riders yet. We were kind of dungeoning. We probably will in a minute, once I, like, have an idea of where to go. Power of the Ancient... Shad? His name's Shad? He's been researching the Uka? Sky being. Yeah, that guy's obsessed. The sad state of Hyrule Castle. These guys are cool. You truly are the mysterious super guy, Jimmo. You really are the mysterious super powered guy. You are the super guy in the galaxy. Oh, right, Elia. Oh, right. Oh, right, I forgot about Elia. And she forgot about me, so it's, we're square. Yeah, I guess we could talk about Kirby if we want. Do we want to talk about Kirby? I could talk about Kirby. I could talk about the Air Riders. I mean, what is there to say? I don't know why I said that. Kirby Air Riders. Today we had a thing. There was a direct for Kirby Air Riders. 45 minutes. When I saw this was announced, I raised my eyebrow at the 45 minutes and then said, oh yeah, it is Sakurai. And we know how that guy likes to present. And sure enough, it was pretty much what I expected it to be. And it was very fun. I enjoyed watching it. Definitely didn't necessarily need to be that long, but it was a good watch. And the thing is, what I loved about it, what I love about this game is that it is so safe. But that's all I wanted from Kirby Air Riders, is to just like be Kirby Air Ride again. And that's pretty much what it is. It is Kirby Air Ride 2. All kind of the same stuff with a modern twist, with a modern flair. Question. What's the question? Ask the question. You have the right to 3 questions. Top Ride's still hiding in there? That's actually a great question. He did not mention it, so I'm thinking. I mean, he did say there was a lot that he wanted to share. Still, maybe they're saving Top Ride. Maybe they're holding on to Top Ride as the big, as the big surprise. It would be weird. Oh, I'm also positive we don't know all the characters. There are some big ones that are missing, for one. And 2, there was like a character reveal at the end. Like, there was a Smash teaser. There was a Smash-esque character teaser at the end of the Kirby Air Riders Direct. That man, I realized today, I think for a little while, I think towards the end of Smash, I was starting to get a little tired of Sakurai and his games. But now that I've had some time away from the man, today watching this, I was like, this guy really is like a man after my own heart. He believes in his vision of like creativity and design. And his show, the way he does his shows is so him. Like that direct today, nobody else would do that. That was a him thing. Like all of it. Yeah, there's a stinger. It was raw. I popped off a little. The way he presents things is so like down to a formula at this point. That guy believes in like making every detail of what he does a reveal, kind of. He made the car sizzle reel like a character reveal. He sprinkled characters throughout that whole thing and was like, yes, this is all important. All of it has weight. And you're gonna find out like how much I love everything I made here. And it's like, yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed that presentation. I'm looking forward to that game. I wasn't sure what to think about it when it was announced. Not because... Here's the thing. I loved Kirby Air Ride. I put hundreds, probably hundreds of hours into it. However, that was then and this is now, and I just don't see a world where I do that again. Like, I just think I'm, like, too old to be doing that now. I'm too busy to have, like, time to put, like, hundreds of hours into, like, a sandboxy game like that. So when it got announced, I was like, cool. I really wish this was around when I was younger. But now that we've seen it, I was like, I don't know, I felt like a wave of nostalgia, you know? Because it's literally, he just made the same game again, but like new. It's City Trial and Air Ride, and a lot of the courses are like the same aesthetic. All the cars are there. The machines, sorry. He showed a lot of footage of the old game, all the same stadium games with like new twists. It's cool. So I'm excited for it. I don't think it'll be something I sink like a ton of time into, but I'll definitely pick it up and play it and enjoy it for a little bit. He showed a bunch of the characters in it. He showed a bunch of the cars. If you played Air Ride, you know most of these, but there were some new cars. There was the Paper Star, which I think was probably the most boring, but it looked cool. It was just another flying one, kind of. But then they introduced a whole new vehicle type, which was chariots, and I want to see how those handle. I'm really interested to see how the chariots handle. I think those could be fun. Because this game looks like it has a much more robust racing system. I was never huge on the racing in Air Ride. I thought it was fun, but I don't know, I never took it seriously as like a racer. Like I wasn't getting invested in like my placement. I was just invested in the chaos of it, kind of. But this one looks like, I don't know, it looks like they kind of like fleshed out those that aspect of the game more. So I'm actually looking forward to racing in it too. But yeah, there were a bunch of new characters. In the first game, it was, you know, Kirby. And a bunch of colors of Kirby. And he could ride on any car. And then you could also play as Meta Knight and King Dedede as unlockable characters. But they didn't have, like, their own... They had their own vehicle. They, like, were the vehicle, kind of. They didn't have, like, a vehicle you could, like, dismount. But now they can ride cars. Everybody can ride a car. And now there are a bunch of characters. Bandana D's in there. Not really surprising. He's like, he's the fourth man now. Waddle Doo was in there, which I think is sick. Cappy, I popped off for Cappy being the first revealed guy that like wasn't a surprise. The first not Waddle Dee guy, I was like, they put Cappy in the game? What a crazy pull. On top of that, you have Knuckle Joe, who I will maybe be playing. Knuckle Joe is my guy. Kawasaki is in there, which is raw. Oh, he was the first real reveal, actually. That's right. Kawasaki's a homie. I'm pumped for that, too. And then, of the Kirby-like villain Scrimblows, the two I most wanted were Marks and Susie. And Susie's in. And I'm sure Marks will be in, but he wasn't shown today. And we got Magalore, which is sick. He'd probably be my number 3. I knew he'd be in, though. He's super popular. Marks is probably being saved for, like, a later presentation or something. And then... Oh! The deepest pull! The deepest pull! Starman. Who... He's not in many of them. He's not in many Kirbys. Is he even in, like, modern Kirby that often anymore? He's in a couple of the older ones. But he usually gives you the, like, the high jump ability. Or the jump ability. Is it called jump or high jump? One of those. He's a very rare guy. But I love him. I love his design. He looks like a little, like, block of cheese. And they put him in. He's playable. I might play as him. I might main Starman. I don't know. I love that guy, though. I'm just trying to kill time in this, by the way. I need to be daytime. So he's an inclusion I love. So I got a lot of my guys. Oh, Kine would be cool. Those Dreamland 3 guys, like, a bunch of them could probably be in, and I wouldn't be surprised. They might just put all the star allies in there, you know? Maybe not all of them, that's a lot, but... I'm sure there will be a... I was about to say, there will probably be a Dreamland 3 rep, and it will probably be Rick. But there could be multiple. But yeah, playable racers, new cars. That's fun. Oh, Gooey's in there, that's right. You know. Gooey's a fun pull. Rick is from 2? Oh, I didn't know that. I've never played 2, actually. 2's a big blind spot in my Kirby know-how. Two and kind of from two. Oh, I didn't know this. But they're in 3, right? I didn't make that up. And they just added more guys. Okay. I guess I just assumed that that was like the gimmick of 3. Little Awoofi. Is that his name? Awoofi? That's awesome. I gotta play that game. When is the patch for that out? Did I miss that? Next week, okay. I gotta play that. Can it be daytime, please? That is true. The stinger at the end was pretty raw. I can't believe they had a reveal in the Kirby Air Riders Direct. They had a Smash trailer quality, like, 10-second stinger. They have alternate colors, too, for all the characters. It'll be fun. City Trial is back. It looks like City Trial, which is awesome. My one kind of disappointment with this, I don't know if anybody else felt this, I thought the map looked kind of small. Especially for 16 people. It didn't look bigger than the original. And the original supported 4 characters. So to put 16 in, and just to be a sequel on like 4 generations later, I would have thought that he would kind of go all out with City Trial. Like make something gigantic, or make multiple maps or something. So I was a little tiny bit bummed by that. It still looks very fun, and it looks beautiful. And what I love about it is that it is true to the old City Trial. Like, everything is there. Everything is there in, like, a slightly different place. Except for the parking garage. Does anybody call that part the parking garage, by the way? I call that big, like, 4-story, like, weird, like... I don't even know what you would call it other than the parking garage. That's what I call it. The thing off to the side, it's like in the back corner. Oh shoot, it has a name too, because there's a rail station that goes to it. I don't know what it's actually called. It's the parking garage. I don't think that's in it. Everything else is though. There's a volcano. There's a Wispy Woods forest. Southeast corner. Directionally, I couldn't tell you. It is between... So, it is the rail station after the forest and before, like, the city hall. Okay, let's Elia up. But it's literally like 4... flat surfaces on top of each other, or 3 maybe, and you take like a little teleport pad up to the top. I call that the parking garage. I call those stones in the middle, we used to call that like the Namekian village. Because of the destructible terrain. They look like little houses, and they look like little Namekian houses. Because you can always break those houses in the Dragon Ball games. And that big building was City Hall. I don't know if it was actually City Hall. Oh, that's true. I haven't really kept up with the DDD design, to be quite honest. Also, it doesn't count as daytime yet. It's still nighttime. Does that mean I should go get that Poe, maybe? I think I will do that. If it still counts as nighttime, let's not waste this time that we have here. Yeah, there's the holes in the forest with... Dude, there are little things in City Trial. I was gonna call it City Escape. There are little things in City Trial that, like, serve no purpose. And... Jim! And they got my imagination, like, acting up as a kid. Acting up is a crazy way to describe it. But acting up in a wholesome way. Not the way you're thinking. If you go to that little thing under the forest, in the original, there's like a small scale model of the city under there, and as a kid I was always like, the fuck is this? Like, is this like some like villain's hideout? Is he like plotting the end of the, like, destroying the city here? I was like, what is this? Why is this here? It's like creepy. There's no discernible reason for it to be there. It just is. There's 2 Poes in this town. Jim, what are we gonna do about this? Oh, his legs. Mechanically, the game is vastly similar. There's obviously some new mechanics. Every character has a special. I'll talk about the song in a sec, because I have something to say about it. Every character has specials, which it was introduced in a very weird way. It was introduced in one of the things that I like beef with Sakurai on just a little. And by a little, I mean a lot. His philosophy of, like, no one is allowed to win. His philosophy of no one is allowed to win if it makes, like, hurts people's feelings or whatever. And I'm like, dude, relax. He was going on about that, and he was like, yeah, it would stink if, like, Kirby had the copy abilities and, like, no one else did. Because that would make Kirby, like, too unique and everybody would play him. And then he goes on to show that everyone has a bunch of specials to make them unique, and I was like, cool. And then he goes on to go, oh, but they also all have copy abilities. So it was like, so why would you play as Kirby? In trying to make less people play Kirby, you nerfed him and made him the worst. He has nothing unique about him. But, I didn't totally get that, but it is fun. I'm glad that everybody can use copy abilities in this fun racing game. And I think that'll be exciting. It's funny seeing the hats on characters that aren't meant to have the hat. What the hell is that over there? Huh? What is that? Shut up about this. What is that? Shut up. What is that? It's just a funny, like, I don't understand. It seems contradictory to the philosophy he was presenting. But maybe not totally contradictory, because it's still better balanced. It's still more balanced. It's just funny that, like, it's at the expense of his guy. Yeah, but a lot of characters have passives. Like DDD and Meta Knight have inherent hammer and sword at all times. And Cappy had like a shield. Cappy had defense, which is crazy. He had a defensive maneuver built into his character. And then I didn't see any of the others. How the heck? Is this just like some sort of joke or other? Do I have any sort of Jimu float? You saw the others. What do you mean? What they can do? What, did you look on the Japanese site or something? The hell is that up there? What the hell is that? What the hell? I'm leaving. What else is in there? Music. Right. The song. They're doing vocal themes again. Cut that out. It was funny though. It was a funny jump scare. I don't even know if it was the same song, actually. But there was this melody that they kept playing throughout that I'm pretty sure was the main theme. And I thought that sounded like it was straight out of, like, early One Piece or, like, classic Dragon Ball or something. That, like, melody of the main theme that they kept playing, it had a very, like, beginning of the adventure, like, sound. I liked it. Not the vocal theme. Cut that out. Who's singing this one? There were a lot of good remixes in there. Made me very nostalgic. Oh, these two stupid kids. Jimmo, not me. Oh yeah. Three Houses does have a good one. Blade has some good ones too. I don't know, Forgotten Land. Oh, 20 rupee. That is a crazy ball. Doesn't have English words, that helps. Because I feel like sometimes when... I never like the singers they pick. Oh, no offense, but... I never like the singers they pick for a lot of these, like English versions of the vocal themes. Too chicken to go into the volcano's mouth. Pixel, I will see you there within the first 5 minutes. I challenge you to a duel. Was Elia up there and I just didn't see her? She's across the hall. I will fight you in the volcano night one. What day of the week does that come out? I didn't pay too close attention to, like, specific courses, but it seems like they had all the same biomes as usual, as in the first one, which is good. Fine by me. Just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? The loneliest fish grow largest. Yeah. Oh, racing in a race? In a race? Yo, Raw, he's here. In a race, there's only 6 of you, which I thought was a little strange. 6 is... But then I thought about the first game and there's only 4, so I was like, it is an upgrade. But City Trial is 16. Does kind of look like that. And 16 people in City Trial? That sounds chaotic and I'm looking forward to it. City Trial is so fun. Again, I probably won't enjoy it as much as I did as a kid, but I think I will have a good time. I think I am looking forward to this. Out with it. Shimu, I've been waiting for you. Fortune has smiled upon us. If things go well, we should be able to help Elia recover her memory. Do you know Telma's friend, Shad? Well, it seems he's researching the Havens, and he's come here to see the statue in the basement of the sanctuary. And as I've learned, when Elia was saved, she overheard someone talking about the Rod of the Heavens or something like that. Oh, and I got the Rod of the Heavens right here. Goron Elder believes that to help her regain her lost memories, we must piece together the fragments of her past. Which means we work our way backward from the very place where she lost her memory. We may find something that will restore it. Ah. Take this to Telma. I remember this stretch of the game being long. Oh, this is a nice letter-carrying envelope. This is fun. Jimo, I remember being saved from a dangerous situation by someone who told me all about the Rod of the Heavens. But now I can't remember the who, why, where, or what it all means. But I do know the when. You really think I'll recover my memory? I regret that a complete stranger like yourself got caught up in all of this because of me. I'm so sorry. Oh, hello, sir. You knew he'd been saved by a human. Little human, it's time for you to show your manliness for the girl's sake. If there's anything I can do to help, just say so. It is in times like these that we must come to one another's aid. Not that you could ever do much to help me, my tiny friend. So down here, there's something? There is something at the end of the hall. There is something at the end of the hall. Oh, what's over here? What's this? Some sort of lantern. Color me surprised if it isn't Jimmu. What a coincidence meeting you in a place like this. How very odd. Say, old boy, do you remember what I told you before about the legend of the sky beings known as the Uka? Yeah, well, there's something about it that's been bothering me, so I came here to snoop about. To think that you would appear here with such perfect timing. You really are a rather extraordinary fellow, aren't you? I found it at long last. Observe this statue. It's the same as the one in the manuscripts my dear father left me. There are many similar statues around Hyrule, but this one seems to be different. Here, look at the belly. There's something written there, you see? This, too, was in my father's notes. It's called skywriting, I believe. Awaken us with the word that breaks the seal. Yes, indeed, that's what it says. Wait a moment, isn't that Elia a friend of yours? It's simply tragic how she lost her memory. And that Rod of the Heavens she mentioned, I'm certain it has something to do with the word that breaks the seal. Isn't there any way to restore her memory? I'm certain it would help us figure this all out for some reason. Okay. Was there anything else in there? A lot of the same stadium mode stuff was in there. A lot of similar events. Krako's in the game now. That's kind of correct. for that. Brought back the meteors. Oh, there was a Gordo rain event. That looked crazy. I liked how Sakurai was like, I got enough glide. I'm just gonna fly off the map and let this happen. I like that you can do that. I'm just gonna go like watch this from a safe distance and watch Gordos reign over everything. It literally like covered the map. I don't know how you're supposed to avoid it. But a lot of the classics were there. I liked how they changed that that feature where you get a hint about the stadium mode minigame. Because that thing did just outright lie in the original sometimes. But now that's a feature. Now it lies, and you see a little text box if you squint hard enough saying hee hee hoo. Gotta keep those peepers popped. That is crazy to think. I was scared of Dynablade and Air Red, because I hadn't even played Superstar, so oh my god, what happened in this town? Why does it look like this? What did we apply bloom to everything? This is crazy. Mallow, did you do this? Burst open and mix! Yeah, I was scared of Dynablade because it would come from the. Oh my, this is disgusting. What's going on in this town? Wow, the lights were on. Okay. It was just this big bird and this scary, menacing music would play, and I didn't know it was like from anything. I was just like, who's this big bird? Dynablade. Dino Blade, I think is what I called it back then. And I didn't know how to fight it. But when I hit its head like once, I was like, oh my god, you can fight back? And once I found out you could fight back, I made it my life's mission to hunt and kill that bird. Kind of like Moby Dick. But if Moby Dick was a big bird named Dynablade. Tell me. No effect. Like Moby Dick if it was raw. No accounting for the foolishness of a man. They were a thing. Sakurai teased that there was a lot more to show, which is interesting. Like we were saying, Top Ride was nowhere to be seen. I'd be surprised if it wasn't in it and he didn't say anything, you know? Like, I feel like if they cut it, he would have said something. It's a whole third of the original game, so... I think it's probably pretty safely in there. Maybe it's been reimagined. Hey. Maybe it's been overhauled somehow. I don't know what you would overhaul. But... invoice. But that's probably in there, and I'm absolutely positive that the checklist is in there, which that's the sauce, baby. The checklist, that's the game. I don't think there was anything more exciting to me than getting a purple block in that mode. When I would get a purple block, I would be like, yo, I get to pick any one. I get to Sis 16 pick which square. I'm picking that one. And I would pick that square and I would unlock King Dedede or something. Like, it's cool stuff. If you're not familiar with Kirby Air Ride, but you are familiar with Smash Bros, because they're the same game. They're the same game. It's like the checklist in Brawl. Yeah, Kirby did it first, but I'm just saying. It's like the checklist in Brawl, where you break the glass and unlock something, and you get golden hammers. It's like that. It's the exact same system. You do little things for achievements. There are achievements in game, and you get something for the achievements. And it's really fun. Using Kid Icarus. Sakurai, the thing about Sakurai, this is both I don't know if this is a positive or a negative or both, kind of. He has his, like, vision of what a game should be, and all of the games he makes are that. All of his games are, there's a little homogeny in them. Even watching today's thing, I was like, there's a lot of, like, Smash Ultimate going on here. There was, like, the freeze frame stuff happening when you killed something, the victory screen. I feel like there was another big one. I don't know, those are the two I noticed. And even back in Air Ride and Melee shared a lot. They felt like you could tell they were made by the same person, like menu-wise and sound design. Like, he believes in what he's making. Whatever he's into at the time will be in all his games. His fingerprints are all over it. Which I think is cool as like a from like an artistry standpoint. Checklists were randomized. Oh, really? I've been able to sell the wooden statue that young lady had. I accidentally spilled medicine all over it. This guy kind of sucks, I think. So he ruined her statue, and he was talking weird about her, too. Mr. Heavy? What do you think? I'm like a loan shark? Eat 3 hot dogs in one game, though, which is a hard one. Eat 3 hot dogs in one game is a hard one. You are hoping to get a secret room has opened, and you hope that the secret room is hot dogs. That is how I remember trying to get that one. So it looks like I gotta become Dog. Can Dog come into town during day? Yeah, right? Uprising still has that? And yeah, there was just like a lot of passion in today's presentation. You could tell. You could tell it was a bit of a passion project, which I think is cool. Yeah, you better get scared. I'm looking for something important. Yeah, I think that was the thing. It's one of those like meme challenges that became competitive, sort of. I don't remember if I watched the video about that, but I think I just knew about it. Buddy said he left the statue outside. What do you like? I like picking stuff up. but I hate stone pavement because it makes my paws hurt. No one understands that. Little dog, little dog. Out of the way. Panic. Panic. I think they can attack you. Can the guards attack? Oh. Hello, gentlemen. No, hold on. Cool. These guys are supposed to be defending the castle? Come on, it's one dog. Hey, I think that old guy was lying. Or I didn't read his text box, that's very possible. Get out of the way! Did he say he left it somewhere specific? I thought he said he left it outside, so that'll be right outside the house. Let's go talk to him again. I think that's all I had to say about Kirby. Anything I forgot? I don't like the change they made to plasma. He was like, you don't have to flick the stick to charge it up anymore. And I was like, that's not a good thing. You know how fun it was to just like quickly stop, spin the stick, and then keep going and shoot a gigantic blast out? That's true, it would mess up your Joy-Cons something crazy. You have to turn into a dog from inside here because it's covered? I see. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, that's actually kind of cool, old-timer. Yeah, I also liked that one. The big blast one wasn't even that good comparatively. Here we go, baby, here we go. Forget the reek fish scent and learn a new smell? I love learning new smells. You learned the medicine scent. You learned medicine drug. I did try the medicine scent. I wish I memorized the quotes from that video better, but I didn't. It was funny. There was also Gamescom today. Did anybody watch that? I know Will did. I did not. And I don't really care to. Oh, what's this? It goes up? No, that's not even true. I was gonna say if I wasn't doing anything at work, I probably would have listened to it. But I wasn't doing anything at work, and I still didn't feel like listening to it. It just wasn't like something I needed to be doing work and not listening to that. And I'm glad I didn't, honestly. Oh, But what I did do is read a recap. Just to see if anything I cared about was in there. You took it. Skeletal dog beasts? What do you mean skeletal dog beasts? Can't just be invoking skeletal dog beasts just out of the blue. Yeah, so the main reason I even knew this show was happening is because Jeff, the fraud, stay in line, he can't do anything to hurt you. Didn't get to announce the date for Silksong. But what, did he say, like, did he announce an announcement? Is that basically what happened? I'm pretty sure he, like, announced an announcement. Because we will be getting the release date soon. I think he just got to confirm that, yes, it's still coming out this year. Did he show gameplay? Was it the same gameplay we've seen all along? Yeah. It was new? Okay. Alright, Jeff. Chefy boy, alright. Yeah, I bet. But yeah, that'll be showing soon. That's crazy. It's about time. There's a Sekiro anime, which I think I saw Will saying in chat earlier that it might be AI slop. That is unfortunate. That's too bad. Because I thought that sounded cool. But maybe not. I do want to play Sekiro soon, but I want to play Bloodborne first. But then I'm gonna play Sekiro at some point. Because I have started that game before, and I thought it was sick, but I just wasn't ready for it. That game's hard. No, don't put me in the lake. Is this gonna take me to the lake? It does, doesn't it? Oh, root sleep. No, no, no. No, what if you died and woke up at Lake Hylia? Oh. What did you just say? I. What's a cool Koopa saying? Come on, Omegas, don't leave me hanging. Top Right Roll's worst mode ever. Asked to leave Kirby Airhead. Aw. No, why am I here? What else was in there that I was at all interested in? Bubsy 4D, guys. There's gonna be a Bubsy 4D. Where were you? They're doing it. I did watch the trailer for that. That's the only trailer I watched, Bubsy 4D. That's not true, I watched one other thing. Bubsy 4D. It seems very self-aware, which I always think self-aware humor is... It doesn't make it better. Like, I think it's corny. I think it's very corny when it's like, oh, we were bad before. It's like, yeah, you were. You might still be. Pointing it out doesn't, like, erase it. Or it doesn't exempt to this one. But, whatever. I mean, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be Bubsy 4 cracked. Maybe it'll be Bubsy 4 spoken. Is It's officially nighttime. Where are these skeletal-like dogs? Yeah! Oh, there are a ton. That was raw. Whatever you think is raw, forget it. That was raw. This belonged to Elia? Are we sure she wasn't like possessed by some evil king? What is this? There's a He-Man beat-em-up. There's like a He-Man arcade style beat-em-up. I thought that looked interesting. I was not a He-Man follower. In fact, I think it was pretty much before my time. There was a He-Man cartoon when I was little, but it was not the original. He-Man, not really something I know much about. But I was still like stoked to see it, kind of. I was like, this looks cool. I love all these arcade like beat 'em up. These arcade style beat 'em ups that have been coming out, like TMNT, X-Men, Power Rangers, that kind of stuff. Or is it X-Men or is it? No, it's just Marvel, right? That game looks cool. I want to play that. What else? Unbeatable. Unbeatable. Got a confirmed release date. Unbeatable. And let me tell you, unbeatable. We are doing a fantasy critic, fantasy draft. We've been doing this for a few years. And as part of that, you draft a counter pick. And the counter pick is a game that somebody else drafted. And the goal of the counter pick is you usually pick it for one of two reasons. Either A, you think it's not going to come out, and you want to lock someone into having, like, being stuck with it. So that they have a dud on their board, basically. Because otherwise they could drop it, I think. Or, no. You can't drop it once it gets, well, whatever. You either want to... you either want a game that's not going to come out, or a game that you think is going to do bad. You're calling it out and saying, that game's going to stink. I'm going to get points for it being bad. And I counterpicked Unbeatable. And I'll tell you, it was not because of the latter. It was because I thought it wasn't going to come out. It's coming out now. I'm going to have to drop it. Almost definitely. That game is probably going to do well. So, that's my story with that one. It looks like a very cool game. I might check it out. It comes out at the tail end of the year, sometime in November. I almost made it. Who has it? Monkey, oh. Oh, we exchanged counterpick. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my last two games. I had my eye on Constance. Very genuinely, not even like as a bit. I had my eye on that one, and I thought by putting it on my watch list, I would get notified when it got a release date, but I misinterpreted what watch list meant. So when I saw that it was bid on this past week, I said, nope, not gonna touch it, there's no release date. I'm not taking that chance, whoever gets it can take it. If I had known there was a release date, I absolutely would have outbid Combe. And I'm upset. Well, oh yeah, he only bid 1 on it, so of course I would have outbid him. But even, I would have bid like a decent amount on it. Because I think that game is going to be good points. So that's a great pickup. Well, yeah, but I didn't check it. Because I didn't think anything had changed. I'll be honest. I saw it get bid on, and I thought it was a bait. I thought a net was being laid out. I thought a little piece of cheese was being put out under a box. And I thought it didn't have a release date yet. And that someone was trying to make me make a move. Bidding units? What do you mean? We get a budget of $100 per year. 100 made up dollars. 100 made up virtual bucks. That you have to make last. Or you can trade for money. Yeah, but I mean, it looks like a very safe Hollow Knight clone. With like a pretty good art style. And not a bad art style like that one that was in... like the one that was in the Switch Direct the other day. I didn't like that one. Why doesn't this game have a night-day cycle, like, that you can influence? This game's bad, I think. This game is flawed. Speaking of flawed games... oh, I wasn't even talking about Gamescom. But that's also about flawed games. I'll go back to it. Because I don't really care that much. I don't care to summarize the whole thing. I just want to talk about what I want to do. Speaking of flawed games, last Tuesday, I brought up a video that I had watched about Gen 3 tile sets in Pokemon. And then I proceeded to not talk about the video. I forgot to do that. I ended up talking about it on Sunday at Dragon Quest. I shared my thoughts on that cool video that I had watched. Today I watched the sequel to it, or like the follow-up, where the same guy who made that video was like, hey, I know I did this video about cool tile sets and a couple weird ones. I went back and found every single tile set mistake in Hoenn, and it was like a 25-minute video. Breaking down all the little, like, minutia of the tile sets in Hoenn. And just, like, weird quirks that you definitely wouldn't notice unless you were looking for them. But there are a lot of them there, and it's another very interesting video, I thought. I really enjoyed watching it. It was all nitpicky. He wasn't trying to, like, make a point that, like, this game sucks because of this pixel or whatever. Just pointing it out for the sake of pointing it out, just for fun. And there's a lot in there. And it's just funny seeing the kind of thought that goes into that sort of thing. But the funniest one is that he does have genuine beef with the... next time you play Gen 3, next time you play a Hoenn game, Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald, when you get to Rustboro City, do yourself a favor and go check out the fountain in Rustboro and look closely at it and find all the problems with it. That fountain is diabolical. I agree with him. After him pointing it out, I was like, this is the worst thing anyone has ever done in a video game, this fountain. The shadows on it make no sense. The shadows are like, where is the light source? What shape is being projected here? What is going on with this fountain? It's pretty funny. Most of it was about, most of it was like cliff sides. A lot of the cliff sides in Helen, they take a lot of lazy shortcuts with their tiling. And you really wouldn't notice unless you were putting it under a magnifying glass. But when you do, it does look pretty weird. There are a lot of corners where there aren't supposed to be corners. There's a lot of, something I found fascinating. I don't know if this is a mistake or just like a weird, just like use your imagination sort of thing that they were going for. There are a lot of caves where, I don't know how to explain it. Like if you would look at the map, I mean, can you picture like, you know, what like, you know, the Gen 3 games look like? If you're looking at like a stone wall and you see this like this curved surface here, there'd be like one level and there'd be like a flat top on it, right? There are many rooms in the game where there will be like that one level of like a flat like cliffside, and you'll go deeper into the room and notice that there are 2 layers of that, and it like makes you think like, did this room, what, like, was this room like going downhill? Like how this doesn't make any sense. It's one of those things, like you would never pick up on it unless you were putting it under a magnifying glass. But there's a lot of weird map design in a lot of places. Content about glitches is very specific. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely like an exaggeration when people are like that. Yeah, the room in Magma Cavern. Oh, hold on, let's watch this. This is important. What is this? I remember something. I was confined somewhere, yes. And I was saved by whoever was confined with me. And when that person set me free, they gave me this statue. Who were you confined with? Yes, I remember that much. But that means that person's still in trouble. Oh, what is wrong with me? I can't remember where that place was. Ooh. I remember. What? I thought I'd seen that before somewhere. That belonged to the tribe that protected the Hylian royal family long ago. They worked in secret, so they lived in a lonely, forgotten place. But I heard that tribe dwindled in the prolonged wars. You want to find that hidden village? For a path leading to the Lanaryu province on the far side of the Bridge of Eldon. I forgot all about this. This is exciting. Look for a path leading to the province on the far side of the bridge. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Oh, this is what we were looking at last week. Okay, so Goron has to break it. Our patriarch will be there. Ra. Yeah. The thing about a glitch is like, the thing about programming in general, if you can hide it, like, you're not gonna you're not gonna fix something that is behind a sturdy wall. If you broke one thing to get to this other thing, of course the other thing is gonna be broken. Michael? Is that what she said? Something about Michael? Other Gamescom stuff. Was there anything? Let's see. Oh, Silent Hill F. Some of that was shown. Was there like a proper trailer? I don't know if I want to watch that. I've seen enough to like know that I want it. Why would I want to watch a trailer, like, spoiling more? But that's cool. I'm looking forward to that game. And then... yeah, so the big thing that I guess Jeff was teasing... yeah, that's exciting. I like Susie's work. I wonder how she'll do in that genre. That'll be interesting. I only know her for funnies. Although I think she did, she does Makima, right? Sure, that's an interesting performance. I haven't heard that. But that's the only other role I, like, remember that she has. She's been doing a lot lately, though. But yeah, that'll be cool. Whoa! The big thing, Jeff... stupid Jeff. He made us wait in line. Jeff made us wait in line for this one. He made us wait in line. I say us, I didn't watch the show, so I wasn't held hostage. Jeff made us wait in line for the whole show, promising Resident Evil 9. And it was shown. However, I would say it was... I would say it was disappointing. What was shown. It just, like, wasn't anything of much substance. It was like a quick little look at the characters. Or, like, the main character. But it was really nothing. It wasn't very impressive either, which is kind of the problem. I don't know. It was just a quick look at, like, the backstory of the game. And all it really was the main character and her mom, like, freaking out about something. You know, didn't get info on because it was just a trailer. It was very quick and nothing. There were 4 seconds of gameplay in it, and the 4 seconds of gameplay were a text box showing up saying, "Follow mom," and then you followed mom down a hallway. And I was like, wow, dude. And then it went back into cinematics, and you watched a cutscene that was, like, kind of sloppily cut. Like, you could tell it wasn't the full cutscene. Stuff was, like, skipped over. To bring to a 2-hour show as, like, your promised closer, which it wasn't the closer, but, like, I think it was, like, people thought it was going to be. It wasn't of any value. I don't know. I don't get what the point of it was. They did have a demo at the event, or they do have a demo at the event, though. I'm curious to see if anything cool comes out of that. This is raw. There's a hidden village up ahead, little human. The elders call it a forgotten place. This scent that has been burning my nostrils, it is the scent of evil. There's one powerful creature I've seen about, but under that beast are many minions who attack and plunder like a pack of hyenas. There are 30, no, at most 20 of them ahead. They're probably just a small band of survivors, ragged remnants who've settled leaderless into this village. That's all there are, little human. Then you alone are more than enough for them. But you will have to defeat them all to save that girl's benefactor. Before you go, I'll tell you the secret to besting them. Destroy them all before they spot you. This is scary. What are we fighting? Got it, little human. You guys aren't ready for this. But the real closer, guys... the real closer was a trailer for the sequel to Black Myth Wukong. And I immediately booed. And I didn't even watch it.